As a verb, it means inflict physical harm on something, so as to impair its value, usefulness, or normal function.
Okay. Hi, everybody. Okay, so Donald Trump is damaging the Constitution, and what I mean is, inflicts harm or physical harm as to impair its value, usefulness, or natural functions. Donald Trump is inflicting harm or some kind of physical harm or causing or having a detrimental effect on someone or something, or so there's having a detrimental effect on the Constitution. That's the something. Unwelcome and detrimental effects. Okay? So that's what damaging really means. Okay? I'm actually reading it. Okay? So, Donald Trump making this statement is damaging our Constitution. Okay? Because
that you've recalculated.
Okay? You heard that? Want to hear it again? Let's go a little bit more back.
And there's nothing wrong with saying that, that you've recalculated.
So that's cheating. Okay? Donald Trump just told Brad Raffensperger, that's his last name, Georgia Secretary of State, to cheat for Donald Trump. He's trying to convince Brad, Georgia's Secretary of State, to do a crime, to cheat. Okay? And the reason why I'm stating this, that is because cheating is a crime. Okay? And him telling somebody to cheat is a damage to the Constitution. Because how are we going to trust the Constitution if we have somebody making a phone call telling the other governors and the other secretaries of state to cheat? To cheat. That's physical evidence that he told them to cheat. That will make it a fraud. I have physical evidence now that Donald Trump intentionally has motivations of orchestrating motives of fraud and cheating the voting, the electoral voting. Physical evidence. And if you're going to make, okay, any kind of recount, the people demanding one fair, right? That means they have to have proof that the recount is fair, correct? So they got to get the cameras up, they got to do all that stuff up, right? because you cannot just write on a statement that you recounted it. That's not fair. That's cheating. That means anybody can write one provision that's in the offices and do whatever they like. And what's the point of voting? What is the point of voting if somebody in the house can make the decision? What are you guys doing? Just fluffing our feathers, making us feel good when we don't mean shit. So there's not enough time to do a recount with physical evidence. FBI, CIA, even the cops too in the state, local areas helped do the recount where they was recounting, and it was giving Joe Biden more and more votes. That there was even some that changed their vote to Joe Biden that they used to be for Trump and then went to Joe Biden because they ended up realizing that this is ridiculous. But Donald Trump no talk about those that was his supporters and then went to Joe Biden because he doesn't want to sound like he was a loser losing his supporters. And like I said, anybody doing recount without the FBI, CIA, because they cannot ask the FBI, CIA if we do them again. The FBI and the CIA already certified their investigations and all the evidence that they got that was for Joe Biden. They already certified it. So if they go against that, then that means they're going against their own certification and they're only eating themselves. And again, I can claim no can trust the CIA, FBI should kill them all.
Number, and that's
Let's see how Brad responded to that.
Well, Mr. President, the challenge that you have is the data you have is wrong.
Do you think it's possible that they shredded ballots in Fulton County? Because that's what the rumor is. And also that Dominion took out machines. That Dominion is really moving fast to get rid of their machinery. Do you know anything about that? Because that's
This
illegal.
is Ryan, Germany. No, Dominion has not moved any machinery out of Fulton County. We're having.
Well, but have they moved? Have they moved the inner parts of the machines and replaced them with other parts?
No.
You sure?
No tampering of the
I'm sure.
machines has ever been made. That's why they left it
You
at
want to have an
where it
accurate
was.
election, and you're a Republican.
We believe that we do have an accurate election.
No, I know you don't.
See, he went straight to guilt, trying to make him like, oh, you're not a Republican because of this. No. Brad is the only one right now being a true Republican because Republicans actually made their true pride on these words. Look at all their past history. The Republicans was proud that they followed the word for word. They was super proud because they would use it against you. But now we're using the words against them because we're doing wrong. Because now all the dirt that they was hiding in the closet when explode because they cannot hide them in the closet anymore. So how to fix their dirt, to clean out their closet, they're going to have to start doing it the correct way, how they're supposed to be doing it. By word for word, by the language and the paragraphs of the group of words that create the laws that uphold the Constitution of the United States of America. That is the correct way to be a Republican. It's the Democrats that's supposed to question and push the limits of the law because it's the creativity of the mind to give them like, oh, what if this can and what if that can? Because the Democrats supposed to be the creativity of the mind side. But the Republican side is supposed to be the logical side. But the Republicans now look like a bunch of little kids that just want to play fairy tale of this is my kingdom.
No, you don't. You don't have, not even close. You're up by hundreds of thousands of votes.
You see how he got mad? He's like, no, right? And he's like, you guys are so off 1,000 something votes. And Brad's like, no, we have an accurate election. And then he panics. Why do you think that Donald Trump panics when someone tells him the truth? It's because he wants to cry. Donald Trump at that moment wanted to cry. I said no in court too, because I started showing physical evidence. I started to no, because of this physical evidence. No, what stands in court, what has legs in court is physical evidence. You have none. So if you have no physical evidence, that means the event does not exist and it has to be dismissed and thrown out. You are wasting everybody's time. The only thing that Donald Trump is doing is looking for pity, praisal, and he wants to keep abusing power. I have evidence on the wide that other countries was even stating that Donald Trump was abusing the military. Donald Trump was abusing the power of the provisions. Donald Trump was just abusing power left and right. And all these people that supported him was trying to convince you with perceptions that, oh, he's just a little kid, let him go. We're not supposed to have a little kid in that job description. Then Republicans, you guys are supposed to be the logical ones. We're not supposed to have little kids or people that think like little kids be in the job description of a president. The job description of a president demands that the person acts, behaves, and execute the job's description by the acts and actions of the group of words that creates the laws that upholds the Constitution of the United States of America.
You know what they did, and you're not reporting it. That's a criminal.
Blackmail. Saying that, oh, you're not doing this and you're not doing that. That's a criminal offense. He has no statement to call Brad, the Secretary of State, a criminal, because again, that is allegations, that is harassment, and that is against his welfare, his freedom, and everything because of their job titles. There is big conflict because of their job titles. And because of their job titles, that is a huge offense to have someone claim that you are a criminal, and that is a criminal offense. That is a huge statement. That is blackmail right there. Because just on that statement, he can get arrested. He can get, you know what I mean? So he better have backed up himself saying, I have physical evidence that this is a legit, accurate voting system. And we had accurate electoral voting. It is signed and sealed, and we are going to move on. Stop looking for loopholes, Donald Trump, because your blackmails are starting to be really, really old.
Offense. And you can't let that happen. That's a big risk to you and to Ryan, your lawyers. That's a big risk.
You see right there? That is a threat against Brad, blackmailing him. He even continued, it's a big risk to even your lawyer, because he's saying he's going to put claims against him. That is blackmail. That is threat, because Donald Trump wants him to just make a provision saying they recounted for him. So you're saying that Joe Biden can call Brad right now and say, oh, you can write down that you recounted and make me a winner again. You see how that's going to cause problems. That's why it have to go to the courts first, so we know more problems like this. The courts supposed to have solved this problem. The courts did solve this problem. Ask for the evidence, ask for standing grounds, ask for foundation, ask for leggings. They even went way beyond for Donald Trump than they did for any other president. I have physical evidence that the courts even went further and way beyond the assistance they should have gave Donald Trump, because they did not give that assistance to all the other presidents that lost, and they went against the stuff and still lost. Do you understand the damaging that he is causing to the Constitution and how much files he is bringing out that needs to stay in the vaults to protect the Constitution, that protects us from the other countries to be invaded?
But they are shredding ballots, in my opinion, based on what I've heard.
See, again, based only on his opinions on things he heard. That is allegations that is unsubstantiated, because they do not have any supported truth that shows that these events existed.
And they are removing machinery, and they're moving it as fast as they can.
He ignored the facts that they already established this issue that he's having, that no machinery was removed, no machinery was tampered. It was left alone because they knew Donald Trump was going to do this. That's why they left it exactly as it is. And that's the reason why the FBI, the CIA, is the ones that's holding the lock and keys for all these machineries to make sure nobody tamper up. That's the reason why the secretary had to turn and ask the CIA people that was in the office, did you remove them? And then what did the person in the background says? Has not been removed. And then he had to come back online and said, sir, nope. As he was confirmed right there in office with the CIA and the FBI agents in his office that no tampering has been made.
Both of which are criminal fines, and you can't let it happen, and you are letting it happen. I'm notifying you that you're letting it happen.
He's notifying him only of rumors and opinions. It's been stated that based on his opinions. Again, this is a threat. This is blackmailing somebody. I feel really bad for Brad, because I feel that he's going to have some kind of battery or harassment or assault come his way because of this. And I feel really, really bad. But I am so proud of everybody showing that our Constitution still have power, because we have a lot more eyes from other countries looking at us right now with many, many, many eyes, choke eyes, like plenty. Believe me, they watching.
So, look, all I want to do is this. I just want to find 11,780 votes, which is one more than we have, because we won the state.
You see how he said he wants to find, right? He's not looking for fraud. He is trying to motivate with perception of the mind, of idealistics, to change people's ideas to revolt. Because he thinks that if he can convince with a better perception of idealistics, of Donald Trump's way is better, he thinks that everybody going to go back in there and revote for him, when he's not noticing every time they had a revolt somewhere, Joe Biden got more, because his Trump supporters even started secretly voting for Joe Biden. That we have it in records under the investigation with FBI and CIA, that there was even people saying that they have their old vote was for Donald Trump, but now they go for Joe Biden. Is that possible that they can make their news statement state that they want to be for Joe Biden? There was even a lady, the neighbor of the lady that was being investigated, walked across the street and said, are you here to change her vote? Because I legally want to change my vote to Joe Biden. That the FBI got so mad. That's why they also closed the case, because people were coming to the FBI agents and asking them to make their certification for Joe Biden. That's the reason why the FBI and the CIA stepped out. They said, no, we're not your voting machines. That's why we have it. And that's why the FBI and the CIA was pissed. Like, why the fuck is Donald Trump putting us in the middle of all of this? Now the people think that we're their voting machines, and we're not here to collect people's votes. We are not the mailman. Believe me, I heard CIA, FBI agents actually complain about that. We are not the mailman. We are not here to pick up people's votes, you fucking kid. Like, that's why they left Donald Trump high and dry. FBI and CIA left his ass high and dry. Like, you know what? We not mailmen. We not mail ladies. We are FBI, CIA. If we wanted to be mail people, we wouldn't have went training this far up to get this high just to be a mailman. No. And I understand, because they like the authority. CIA and FBI really like the authority, believe me. I promise you. They like their authority. So if you are not understanding me, you is part of the problem. You are not part of the solution. And you are the reason why we're going to go to war. So pat yourself on the back and tell yourself, thank you. Because you're the reason why we're going to war. So thank you, everybody, for being here with me today, so I could do my gossip hour and get all this out of my head, and meaning get all this deja vu shit out of my head, because I was having headaches for like days and days until I finally said, you know what, I'm just gonna do it. And that's why I went to For Miles, got that shit done. Like, I was being a stubborn bitch. Like, I'm gonna get off that live. I was being